So this is something I want to say to you. It's very, very important. I've been a studier of music, science, art, mathematician, the actual numbers and codes that goes into it. And so when they talk about the top 5, all of those cats got a special code. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I didn't know.
All right, we are getting some breaking news right now. ABC News has just confirmed that Sean Diddy Combs was arrested tonight.
The judge in the sex trafficking case of Sean Diddy Combs has set a May 2025 trial date for the music mogul.
The decision came at a hearing this afternoon after attorneys for Combs filed documents earlier this week.
And obviously this list showing the people who had been going there as well. Now, no, doesn't mean absolutely every single one of the people here did all the really bad stuff. Not necessarily, no, but we don't know, so I don't know.
JayZ, Beyoncé, Jennifer Lopez, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, Leonardo DiCaprio, Usher, Rihanna, Mariah Carey, Justin Bieber, Drake, Snoop Dogg, David Beckham, Victoria Beckham, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, Chris Brown, Hickey Haas, Nicki Minaj, Tyler the Creator, Post Malone, Travis Scott, Jamie Foxx, Oprah Winfrey, Quincy Jones, DJ Khaled, Lenny Kravitz, Madonna, Cardi B, Kris Jenner, Lupita Nyong'o, Sean Penn, Tyrese Gibson, Adele, Steve Harvey, Chris Rock, Nas, Shakira.
If Diddy was to suddenly start going after everyone and naming people, and there are tapes, as many people believe, depicting a lot of other people, famous people involved in this stuff, this could get massively bigger very quickly.
Well, the thing is, so many people knew a lot of things. So like 50 Cent, for example, was very open about his disdain for Puff Daddy, and he used to call him gay all the time. He used to rap about it. Eminem has lyrics in some of his music about, P. Diddy being a Kimba, for example. There's so many people in the industry. Nicki Minaj, for example, certainly knew some things.
Wake up in the morning feeling like pizza.
Whatever, girl.
Sarah Russell, some giving night, Mr. Billie Eilish. I'm Diddy's side bitch. I'm Hyper Diddy, I'm a nasty.
Heard one of my things dating. P. Diddy need 20% or whatever she begs.
But I'm a bad boy cause I'm a Diddy Dean.
Riding out of my city, feeling like P. Diddy.
With my son stares with a face like my own and says he wants to be like me when he's drawn.
So Diddy's freedom is gone. His wealth is gone. His legacy is gone. This is a fall from grace that they will talk about hundreds of years from now. The man went from a mansion on Star Island to one of the worst jails in America. Okay, more bad news for Diddy, a whole new set of problems. The most successful trial lawyer in Texas, Tony Busby, is now representing over 50 people suing Diddy, some of them minors. He expects more people to join the suit. He expects more people to be implicated. Yeah, we're talking about stuff that happened at freak-offs.
The Kardashians have entered the FBI chat. This Kardashian is so big, they might have to take Diddy out. And if y'all been paying attention, they've been setting us up for something like that happened to Diddy. Because if you look at all the articles, look at this. Future self-harm, a legit concern. Basically setting us up for him to unalive himself. Look, Diddy is spending days in barbaric conditions. The most notorious jail. More reasons for something crazy to happen. Or just the good old-fashioned Diddy's life in danger. Don't it kind of sound like they prepping us for something? Oh, and just in case you ain't see it, just the official inmate info. And now we learning Kim Kardashians, they was dealing with Mohawk Diddy at that. Mohawk Diddy is the cause of 80% of this. So the FBI reportedly investigating the Kardashians for rugging prominent men. Now, why were they rugging these prominent men? To gain personal wealth and to black men. This is all alleged.
Oh, fun. Well, I know you're known for the parties. When you think of a party or a good time, you think of Puff. You do. But we've been known to party with you a few times. What are I don't know, you were just at Puff's birthday.
Yes.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
I forgot about that.
That was an epic night too. Every night.
Why was it so epic?
That night was fun because all the girls ditched me. So I was like me and the boys. Like it was me.
They're a good group of boys to be around.
Kanye, Corey, T, And we were all just like hanging out, and it was.
You loved it?
It was fun. Yeah, I loved it.
I don't know how you have all the energy, but that's who you are. And I think that's why people are so drawn to you, because you're so eclectic. And I mean, no matter what, no matter how much you work, you don't sleep, you don't do anything, but that's just you. That's like what embodies you. But I know you're also.
So who was with you this weekend?
A bunch of my friends.
Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber,
So far,
French Montana.
Do you even know half the people you're naming?
No. She didn't go to bed.
I haven't been to bed yet.
You haven't? I want to be Clay when I grow up, Court.
I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Well, this party, I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
Did you know if you type in P. Diddy's address, he owes 1-star and 2-star Island Drive. If you punch that into Google Maps, you'll see it's in extremely close proximity to a massive shipping yard with lots of shipping containers. He's almost the closest house you can get to it. And if you go to Street View, that's his house right over there on the top, and then you turn around, the shipping yard's right there.
And now for a Diddy case exclusive. In order for me to explain it to you, you first must understand a place called Star Island. This is where Diddy and a few other of the elite live. Less than 20 houses on this little strip of land. Just in case you're wondering, Diddy's is right there first on the left-hand side. But what's unique about this location is that they are right across from a main freight shipping yard. Okay, there are many allegations in the Diddy case. One of them is an alleged trafficking, different types. So we're looking for this to come into play later on in the case, as Star Island sits right across from a major shipping port. And then let's not forget that the Navy Coast Guard is still right there as well. So.
Guys, they found underground tunnels at Diddy's homes. This was first brought up by Shadow of Ezra, where he talked about the underground tunnels in Diddy's luxurious Los Angeles mansion. It was an underwater swimming tunnel leading to a mysterious grotto, reminiscent of an ancient and modern human use of caves. Now, this is all alleged, of course, but they say that this tunnel connects to the Playboy Mansion. You guys remember that? Hugh Hefner, the guy who lived with all those women in his mansion. There's no available evidence right now. However, reports are noting that Combs mansions do have a pool with an underwater swimming tunnel. They say it's not connected to the Playboy Mansion, but there is a reason why the Playboy Mansion keeps coming up. 10 years ago, they were building underground tunnels to the Playboy Mansion for people like Jack Nicholson for his birthday. So this way, they don't have to go through the outside, but go underground in secret to the Playboy Mansion to do God knows what. You can see the sketches here of these underground tunnels being built. They were working on it, and it was supposed to connect celebrities like Jack Nicholson, Warren Beatty, Michael Jackson, just to name a few. As reported by People magazine, these underground tunnels to the Playboy Mansion were sealed off in the 1980s. The question is, do you believe that?
In case you're wondering where Diddy hosted these parties, specifically the parties that took place underground, I was absolutely shocked to find out that there is an underground mansion with tennis courts, indoor pools, marble everything, a literal ballroom. And this checks out because Ali Carter was talking about this underground ballroom. Like, actually, imagine being 5 floors beneath the surface. Willing to bet there's no cell service. What are you going to do? Scream? Run? Where are you going to go? Actually terrifying to know that this exists. Like, just want to play tennis in my underground mansion. I have no words. It's crazy.
Beneath P. Diddy's villa, according to Fox News, a massive underground room was found in his luxurious Los Angeles mansion. They also uncovered a gigantic underground room resembling a church, with an obelisk and Masonic symbols everywhere. As if that wasn't enough, around 2,000 bottles of baby oil were found.
Yeah. We need alcohols.
Right.
Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols.
Right. Just different
Plurals.
blend. You need
Blend.
the ladies, you need the booze.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
So we all know that Diddy just got arrested, right? But this is where it gets crazy. Apparently he was having these things called freak-offs, where he would have his victims get freaky with male. After the freak-offs, he would then blackmail his victims with footage that he had of them participating in the freak-offs. Police have recently seized thousands of bottles of baby oil and lube that were apparently used at these parties.
This was the shocking discovery inside of one of Puff Daddy's homes after a federal search warrant was executed against him. And all of that, well, it was meant to be used by some of your favorite celebrities in what Diddy called freak-off parties.
His lawyer even justified the baby oil by saying, well, he lives by a Costco, so he bought in bulk. Yeah. It's all about to kick off as new photos have just emerged showing Diddy and many A-list celebrities eating off of a woman, attended by the likes of Will Smith, Owen Wilson and many others. Now these photos from an alleged freak-off back in 2004 were put out today and people are going mental. People spotted here such as Will Smith, Diana Ross, Owen Wilson, Bruce Willis. Like literally the list goes on, it's mad. And these photos emerged at the party. I can't show the full things, obviously, but I think you can probably gauge what's going on. He's just scranning some stuff off of, yeah. And of course, a lot of people are defending this, saying like, well, it's not that bad. If he wants to eat off that, then go for it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Obviously, people are very, very shocked about this, but I think the main thing people are shocked up is about the sort of people that were here. And obviously, this list showing the people who had been going there as well. Now, no, doesn't mean absolutely every single one of the people here did all the really bad stuff. Not necessarily, no, but we don't know, so I don't know. There's been a lot of people coming forwards, but also a lot of big people kind of hiding away currently.
It's spooky season, so today's Witchy Wondering is about a woman known as the Hollywood Witch by the name of Marina Abramovich. Now, the Hollywood Witch is becoming very well known for working with celebrities like the Kardashians, for example, James Franco, Lady Gaga, they love her, John Podesta, probably many more. She's perceived as a very high-level Kraulian witch, and she often has these Thanksgiving-style dinners with celebrities. She calls this spirit cooking, and one...
So incredible, unforgettable on me. Keep your body on me, 'cause I can't get enough.
Selena, right here, give me some time. Thank you so much.
Keep me on the rise. Lost control of myself, I'm compromised. You're incriminating, no disguise. You ain't never running low on supplies. 50 love the way you split when I was back in my head, make my toes curl, yeah. Yeah, you got that yummy, yum, that yummy, yum, that yummy, yum.
Really appreciate everyone's patience, guys.
It was a lot, you know, like a lot of people, a lot of dynamic, a lot of stuff. I was in my head a lot, you know, it was hard for me to really enjoy it like that.
Did you notice 5 details about Diddy and Justin Bieber's music video, Yummy? Number 1, Justin walks into the party in front of a strangely dressed children's band. One of the guests is wearing a diamond crown. Diddy's bodyguard once revealed that at his parties, it wasn't just singers and politicians, there were even princesses. Number 2, the first dish served is bread and cherries can symbolize virginity. From the moment Justin enters the party from the kitchen, it's clear he's comparing himself to one of the dishes being served. Perhaps someone is using Justin as a gift for Diddy in exchange for favors. Number 3, after drinking a pink beverage, Justin seems to fall into a trance. Diddy's bodyguard admitted they would spike cranberry and orange juice with drugs and give it to young girls. Justin appears to have been harmed by this same tactic. Number 4. At the end of the video, Justin and several young people put on white clothes and perform on the dining table. This clearly references Diddy's infamous White Parties Number 5. After the song was released, Justin went live asking his fans to listen to it. He even showed them step by step how to download iTunes. However, he didn't do any commercial promotion for Yummy. Even more alarming, in a behind-the-scenes documentary, fans noticed Justin having a mental breakdown. He needed a therapist and his wife by his side just to keep going. These details have made the music video one of Justin Bieber's most controversial.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Lost myself at a Diddy party. Didn't know that's how it go. I was in it for a new Ferrari, but it cost me way more than my soul. Wasn't worth all the fortune and fame. All the girls never walked in the same. Trying to pick me so he never has to ever say sorry. Lost myself at a Diddy party.
Hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second.
Have you heard this theory about Michael Jackson's death and P. Diddy? Michael Jackson, the king of pop, tragically passed away in 2009, but some believe it wasn't just a case of accidental overdose. Enter P. Diddy, the hip-hop mogul. Whispers in the conspiracy world suggest that P. Diddy had a secret rivalry with Michael. Crazy? Maybe. But here's the kicker. Some claim that Diddy had connections in high places, and that he used them to orchestrate events leading up to MJ's demise.
First of all, he told me over and over and over. When he first told me, LaToya, they're gonna kill me. I said, who, Michael? First I thought you're Michael Jackson. Nobody in their right mind would ever think of doing anything like this to you. That's what you think. He says, no, but you don't understand. And then I saw how serious he was. He said, it's bigger than what you think. I said, well, Michael, what is it? He said, it's my publishing. They're after my publishing. They want to take it. As you guys know, my brother had one of the largest catalogs in the world, meaning music-wise.
The Beatles collection was one of them.
He owned the Beatles, yes. Yeah. There's an elevator music that you hear, just everything, basically a piece of every artist.
I'm really intrigued because you say that there was somebody at this house and you know who it was. Can you say who it was?
No, I cannot say because there were other people at the house as well. Because I prefer not to at the moment, but I will say this, I would love to have a one-on-one with several people. One person I would love to have. Safe? I would love to have a one-on-one with probably,
I mean, did you say that because you think that you could instinctively get from them if they had a hand in his death?
Why don't you leave it to the law to deal with this?
Okay, you said leave it to the law to deal with this. Yes, of course, the law is dealing with this, but however, you must think about it this way. Joy, if you had a brother or sister that passed, and you knew that your sister or brother were telling you that they were going to do this to him, that it was a group of people, and this is what's going to happen to me step by step, the way he said it, not only to me, but to my mother as well, wouldn't you be concerned and wouldn't you be involved to find out who did it?
So this is a really sad time right now, but we're celebrating his life. Your thoughts right now on the situation and the timing of this tragedy?
Yeah, I mean, he's just somebody that changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Somebody I'll always love and cherish. And he's just somebody that changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Somebody I'll...
Rest in peace to Ali. Rest in peace to Left Eye. Michael Jackson, I see it. Just as soon as I die. She knows. She knows.
As the investigation into Diddy deepens, Beyoncé and JayZ have come under the spotlight. People have started discussions about the relationship among the three of them, and even a large number of comments have been made on Beyoncé's social media platforms, demanding that she speak out. But in fact, as early as 2023, J. Cole's She Knows had already revealed everything. According to rumors, the title of J. Cole's song was written with reference to Beyoncé's surname, so people all think that Beyoncé knows everything. 3 deceased people are mentioned in the lyrics. Among them, Aaliyah, Left Eye, and Jackson, all of whom seem to have some connections with Diddy. People have associated the deaths of these 3 with Diddy and Beyoncé, and the more they analyze, the more terrifying it seems. For example, Aaliyah was on a meteoric rise in R&B at that time, and was even more popular than Beyoncé, but she died suddenly, which makes people can't help but let their imaginations run wild.
This is the weirdest thing people don't know about JayZ and Beyoncé. JayZ has 24 Grammys, and his wife Beyoncé has 32. That's a lot of Grammys. And guess what? Their kids have Grammys too. It seems like the Grammys are just a family affair these days. But Tupac had no Grammys. What the hell, man? You see, it was all about the Beyoncé effect. He married her. Bam! Suddenly, he's getting Grammy after Grammy like he invented the rap game. It was obvious when he started receiving his 16th and 17th Grammy Awards because he was with Beyoncé.
Nobody realizes that Beyoncé has done 3 creepy things in order to get Diddy out of prison. As an alike closely related to Diddy, either Beyoncé and JayZ help him get out of prison, or all 3 of them will be punished together. So Beyoncé has started to take action. First of all, she and JayZ used their wealth and connections to form a legal aid team for Diddy and hired top-notch lawyers. These lawyers use complex legal strategies, such as delaying the trial and looking for procedural loopholes in an attempt to help Diddy reduce the charges or even pursue an acquittal. Secondly, they use their own political networks to exert influence. Previously, Diddy also had interactions with Obama, coupled with JayZ's friendly exchanges with political figures such as Obama and Beyoncé's multiple interactions with Democratic Party bigwigs. They may secretly exert pressure through certain channels, thus influencing the direction of Diddy's case and making it develop in a direction favorable to Diddy. Finally, as masters of public image building, Beyoncé and JayZ are good at media manipulation and guiding public opinion. Whenever Diddy encounters negative news, they will release a large amount of content defending Diddy through social media teams and news platforms, confusing the public. On the one hand, they divert the public's attention. On the other hand, they beautify Diddy's image and at the same time strike at the media or individuals who try to expose negative information.
Kanye and Kobe, yo. Kanye and Kobe.
I'm like a straight PE. Got so many essays. Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, Eddie.
Working for Diddy for 6 years trained me to have to be perfect.
Working for Diddy?
Absolutely.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
He expects.
Is he a good guy?
I don't want to answer that
Oh,
question.
wow. I think he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up.
Usher Raymond just scrubbed 7,000 all his tweets.
I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy, I thought we was friends. When did this?
And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
After being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. 13 years old, and I'm telling him, look, I'm not here to party with you.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
What time do you stay up till?
I stay up till like maybe 6 in the morning. I'm back up at like 10:30, 11.
6 in the morning? What do you do every night till 6 in the morning? You don't go to clubs every night.
No, I mean, I make love a lot.
And is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in?
I keep everything right here. Or right here.
Yeah.
You angelic all the time.
Diddy's freak-off parties come alongside startling revelations from the numerous criminal cases against him. In 2023, Sean John Combs, aka P. Diddy, saw his entire career unwind with allegations that he had abused and exploited former girlfriend Cassandra Ventura, also known as Cassie. There's no word on compensation for Diddy blowing up Kid Cudi's car after he became enraged to discover that Cudi had been dating Cassie. But Cassie's lawsuit was the tip of the iceberg, because Puff Daddy was already facing several other cases for exactly the same type of behavior. And front and center of these allegations were P. Baby Oil Diddy's freak-off parties, for both legal reasons and to protect their reputations. It has become incredibly difficult to get solid details on what exactly went on at these freak-off parties from those who attended. Some leaks have emerged, though, painting a sordid picture of Combs' freak-off parties would begin after his famous white parties, which would attract major celebrities such as Leonardo DiCaprio and Mariah Carey. However, after the A-listers left, Diddy would put on a completely different show for a select group of friends. Michael Kaplan of the New York Post, who broke details on freak-offs, reported that Diddy would lure in women whom he was personally managing or had met at various adult clubs. Video footage taken at the events as blackmail leverage. Freak-offs had other surprises of their own. According to a well-placed drug dealer who was invited to one of these events, male rappers would engage in acts with each other as well. Heavy security would ensure complete privacy, and only people personally invited by Combs were allowed to enter. Threats of violence, drug addiction, and blackmail were all used to ensure complete secrecy, as well as a healthy amount of payouts for at least some individuals, such as Cassie. Even if guests wanted to leave, the sheer amount of personal lubricant flooding the party space would have made that difficult. There's also been no publicly released footage or any photos from any of these freak-off parties, though low-effort media has been using old clips or photos from legitimate white parties that Diddy hosted in their place as clickbait. Allegations that celebrities like Kevin Hart, Leonardo DiCaprio, or Beyoncé attended these parties are unproven and rely entirely on photos and videos of them at known white parties.
It's a white party, just the kind I used to throw, although we interpreted the theme a bit differently in those days. Whoever is throwing this magnificent to-do knows how to enjoy their wealth. Ooh, excited! Tell me, where can I find our host?
I haven't met him.
No one has ever met him.
He doesn't exist.
Oh, he's upstairs in his office. Are you the host of this incredible soiree? I must tell you, it's the most incandescent, most dazzling...
My name is JG, and nobody crashes my party. Not even you nobodies.
Let's go, Mr. Burns.
What did you say?
Mr. Burns and I were just leaving.
Are you Montgomery Burns? I love you.
Never realized how close Ashton Kutcher is with P. Diddy until I saw this source. Mila Kunis has allegedly moved out of the home she shares with Ashton Kutcher because she is aware of the fact that horrible information about Ashton and Diddy, along with video footage of the two together, is about to be released. And Ashton Kutcher used to attend Diddy's white parties. Anyway, I am officially headed down the rabbit hole to learn more about their friendship. Then I discovered a very surprising coincidence. Ashton Kutcher's ex-girlfriend was actress Brittany Murphy, who passed away in 2009. The official cause of death was a mix of pneumonia, anemia, and drug overdose. What comes to mind when you hear about her cause of death? Yeah, exactly. Diddy's 3 children's mother, Kim Porter, was also reported to have died from pneumonia, and Diddy put Kim in a gold casket, then has 24-hour security at the funeral home. Nobody could take her out of there. Thinking about the death of Brittany and Kim really gives me chills. Another ridiculous thing, Ashton Kutcher was exposed for writing a letter to the judge asking for leniency in Danny Masterson's R-word sentencing, while simultaneously being a founder and running an organization to protect people, especially children, from becoming victims. For someone who claims to care so much about victims, this guy really seems to have a lot of friends who are horrible, horrible people.
Ashton Kutcher is scared Diddy might make false claims about him and other famous friends in order to clear his name, an insider said. The actor has been close friends with Diddy for nearly 2 decades and was even pictured at the infamous white parties. But now Kutcher reportedly regrets his friendship with the disgraced music mogul.
I believe every single word of that statement except for one word, the word false. False accusations? Probably not. Right here is what we call preemptive damage control. I feel like Ashton knows exactly what's about to come out about the things that he's been doing, and he's scared out of his mind. Just see if I understand this situation real quick. Your best friend for decades is a convicted hard artist, and your other best friend was just indicted on trafficking, and he has so many victims you couldn't fit them all in the same courthouse. You went to these parties where these assaults happened. You hung out with this dude on a regular basis, and you didn't have any inclination as to what was going on. You think that we're stupid enough to think that you're actually that stupid. All of that anti-trafficking work that you were doing with Thorne, well, now it just looks like some convenient camouflage cover story.
You have something huge coming up, a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Even as the details of freak-off parties remain tightly under wraps by federal prosecutors, at a minimum, Combs faces 15 years in prison, though it's possible he could spend the rest of his life in prison if the federal sex trafficking charges are proven, along with a $250,000 fine. The real question is, how do federal authorities hope to keep a man behind bars?
Something weird going on, bro. There are reports that P. Diddy's private jet is still active. Not only that, but it's active in a whole nother country. So the day after P. Diddy's private jet was spotted in the Auckland airport, it was also spotted in New Zealand. What's even weirder is no one can track the flight data on this jet, which is obvious because it's private, of course. But this poses a whole bunch of questions for me. One, is P. Diddy really in jail right now? I feel like the obvious answer would be yes, but would we be surprised if he wasn't? Is it possible that he's being snuck off to another country? And if so, will we ever be able to find out? Another question is, if that isn't Diddy on the private jet, then who is it on the private jet? And knowing Diddy's situation, why would they actively travel in the private jet? And there's a whole lot of artists that all of a sudden want to do tours in different countries and do tours all the way in the South and do tours all the way. I just find this time very interesting, but we'll stay locked in.
I'm sure it feels good to be a CEO of a Fortune 500 company and have friends like P. Diddy. But for these CEOs that I'm about to name, that have all been stepping down since the arrest of P. Diddy, I'm sure they're not having a good time right now. So to start the list, T.D. Jakes has stepped down, and now his daughter is taking his place. Lucien Grange has stepped down. His son now leads. Howard Schultz has stepped down. His son now leads. John Paul DeJoria has stepped down. His daughter now leads. Yeah, Paul Mitchell. Kevin Liles has stepped down. John G. Taft has stepped down as well, and his son now leads his position. Ruth Handler, her daughter now leads. Ruth Handler is actually the inventor of Barbie. Ronald Perlman stepped down. His daughter now leads. Nike CEO John Donahoe, he has stepped down. The head of Sony Music Nashville, Randy Goodman, has stepped down. The CEO of Warner Music Japan, I can't pronounce his name, so yeah, y'all try. At this point, being a friend to P. Diddy is detrimental to your career, so I'm not sure how you guys are handling it. But again, it's your boy Bryant. Much respect. I'm out.
So the Diddy situation just got even worse, but not just for Diddy, because the house of cards is crumbling. Is it a coincidence that all these CEOs are now stepping down as soon as Diddy got arrested? I think not, but here's a list of all these CEOs stepping down. CEO of 300 Entertainment, Kevin Liles, announced his resignation on 9/17. CEO of Nike, John Donahoe, announced his resignation on 9/19. Kaz Kobayashi, CEO of Warner Music Japan, and announced his resignation on 9/18. Max Lusada, CEO of Recorded Music, announced his resignation on 8/1. Julie Greenwald, Atlantic Group Chairman, announces her resignation 8/6. Randy Goodman, Sony Music Nashville Chairman and CEO, announces his resignation on 9/18. The dominoes are starting to fall. Cat Williams must be psychic because he did tell us that 2024 was the year.
Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TGJ, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
I just want to say, for those of you who were born between the years of 1980 and 1996, be prepared for your childhood to be ruined. Unless they Epstein this dude, Diddy about to name a lot of people. He about to start calling out a lot of names. Now, when those names are called out, you, people born between 1980 and 1996, you're gonna have a real hard choice to make. Because I'm pretty sure your music catalog consists of a lot of evil people. Me included. Me too. So you're gonna have a choice to make. Here's the choice. You can either continue listening to the music and supporting them and putting money in their pocket so that they can further diddle. Or your music catalog is gonna have to slim down.
You ready? Yeah, in a minute. Come on, we're gonna be late. Oh, wait, there's Buffy. I don't know why you hang out with her. She is such a hoe. Why do you say that? Because I've seen her. My friend Sean had a pool party this summer. Sean? You know, Puff Daddy. Anyway, everybody was drinking Cristal champagne, and then it started to get wild, and people was getting freaky in the pool and stuff. I look over, and there was your girl getting buck wild in the jacuzzi. So? With a backup dancer.
So what kind of thing likes virgins and gold? P. Diddy? You know, it's comforting. What's that? I died for a year, came back, and you're still not funny. Shut up. I'm hilarious.
This is what the music industry is all about. Sergio's go crazy. I love this game.
He's Jeffrey. Let's go.
Bye. No, I don't think so. You've been trying to look crazy. I've never run so fast in my life. I don't have my luggage. Fuck your luggage. Go get your new luggage. Where you going? I'm all the way back to LA. You cannot outrun me. I am black.